This is the resistance. And we need your...
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest with us today. He is one of the top flyweight wrestlers. He is known all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one and the only, the Wonder Kid, Johnny Storm!
Well, the Frontier Wrestling Alliance is back for a brand new season, as this weekend at the Birmingham NEC, battle resumes in the war between the Resistance and the Agenda. This weekend is only the beginning as the FWA crosses new frontiers. Dave Bradshaw here at ringside as the Wonder Kid, Johnny Storm, one of the true legends in British wrestling, enters the ring.
And I take it you're not going to bother introducing me, Bradshaw. Dave Bradshaw at ringside with Greg the Truth Lambert.
You enjoying yourselves, yeah? You know, the ring announcer said it best just before I come out, that I am in fact, indeed, the Wonder Kid, Johnny Storm, which brings me to the point of why I'm here, because there's a local boy from down the road by the name of Spud. You might know him. He's about 2 foot tall, weighs about 2 stone. But he's been running his mouth and he's been saying that he is indeed the real Wonder Kid. Well, I'm sure last time I was here, if you guys were here, in a ladder match, I won that match to indeed profess that I am the one and only Wonder Kid, Johnny Storm. So now that's all done and said, Spud, to be honest with you, we don't even need to wrestle. We might be in a wrestling ring, but how about we just have a good old-fashioned fight? So Spud, I'm calling you out right now. Forget about the wrestling. Let's have a fist fight in the middle of this ring, and we can prove once and for all who is the better man, because we know who the Wonder Kid is. So let's see what type of a man you are. Bring your butt out here into this ring, and let's see what you got face to face.
Well, Johnny Storm and Rockstar Spud scheduled to be facing off in the flyweight title tournament decided.
Scheduled being the operative word, Bradshaw.
Well, that's not Spud's.
Because I am Greg the Truth Lambert, who represents the hierarchy that pushes the agenda, that is dictated by the authority that rules over British wrestling. And here is that agenda in person.
Johnny Storm had called out Rockstar Spud. Why on earth are the Agenda here at the Birmingham NEC? There he is. A man I thought I knew. He used to be known as Alex Shane.
On my feet, Bradshaw.
But now he is the Ascension, and he is the head of the Agenda.
Oh yes. Control, Bradshaw. Control. Control.
The four of us have an agenda.
Words cannot fully express just how negatively I feel, and so many of the fans of British wrestling feel, about the Agenda, and particularly about the man in the middle there, the man who at European Uprising announced his betrayal of everything that everyone in the FWA stands for. For years, he strung us along. And now we see his true colours. Shut up. Why don't you just shut up?
It's futile.
Well, well, well. The Wonder Kid, Johnny Storm himself. Now, Johnny, you look a little apprehensive because the agenda is here in the Birmingham NEC. And more importantly, the ascension is here in the Birmingham NEC. But Johnny Storm, I am here because the last time you were in this ring, the BWC gave you a Future Hall of Fame award. They awarded you somebody that will be in the future history books in British professional wrestling. And we are here to say, well done.
What?
You see, you figure you may have us pegged, but we're not the bad guys here. The agenda are not the bad guys. But Spud is not here. So I'm going to save you some time, and I'm going to say save yourself for that flyweight match that you've got tomorrow, because if you win, you will become the FWA flyweight champion. But if you don't mind, Johnny, we have some business that needs to be addressed.
You see, the agenda are the puppet masters, and the ascension is the chief puppet master. Watch Johnny Storm.
And Johnny,
His tune.
you know, maybe in the future we could do with somebody like you in the agenda. Now, down to business. I stand here and I watch you in your huddled masses, and it makes me sick to my stomach. Because what I see are a bunch of people who had their chance to be part of a bigger picture, and you blew it. So what you are smudges, ink stains on the canvas of life. So you can stand there and spectate while we deal with a problem that we have in our agenda.
Yeah, there's a problem, all right.
Nick Riley. The last time I was here, the last time we were here, you decided that it was a good idea to get in the face of the agenda. And you're supposed to have a tag team match today against Joel Redman and Yeston Reese. But the problem is, when you mess around with the people who make the decisions, like when you people mess around with the people that make the decisions, those people can change their decisions. So your tag team partner, Shah Samuels, is stuck in London. And you are in a match without a tag team partner. So Nick Riley, get your ass into this ring now!
Shah Samuels is stuck in London.
Cut his music! Cut his music! Bring him out! I don't want him to have music. Bring him to the ring!
Shah, it's first I've heard about Shah Samuels
That's
having
it.
any problems. There's Nick Riley. Well, Riley's not going to wrestle Reese and Redmond
In this ring,
2-on-1.
Nick. In this ring. You see, nothing would please me more than getting out of this ring and slapping the taste out of the mouths of each and every ugly, imbecilic, moronic buffoon here in the Birmingham NEC. But I can't do that, and we can't do that, but we can use you as our martyr to be able to do so. So get in this ring now.
This is a joke.
Here's what's going to happen. Instead of you having your nice little wrestling match, what you're about to see is this pathetic excuse for a hero get his ass handed to him on a plate along with his head by the agenda, and you will do it on your own, and you will do it now. Referee, come to the ring. Give me a referee.
This is stupid. They're not going to
In!
expect
It's
Nick
a handicap
Riley.
match now.
Nick Riley's not going to
Now!
wrestle Reese and
Did
Redmond
I
2-on-1.
stutter? Now! In the ring, come on! In the ring, come on!
Referee Chris Roy's being ordered into the ring.
Ring that bell now.
if I may change an
Good
old
luck,
phrase,
son. You're going to
blessed are
need
the
it.
decision
Let's give him a
makers,
bit of a
Dave,
hand.
For it is they and not the meek that shall inherit the earth. Do you understand what's going on here now, Dave? Have you had 3 months to think about it, Dave? Have you digested what happened after your little chat on Christmas Day with the Ascension, with the man you thought was your friend? Do you understand? Do you remember what happened at European Uprising, Dave? Are you getting it into your
Why
head?
don't you shut your
Do you
mouth?
understand what's going on
Why
here?
don't you just shut up? For once in your life, why don't you shut up? Hang on. That's... Oh yes, please, yes. Well, Riley about to wrestle, apparently 2-on-1, but that is the music of the leader of the Resistance. Is he here? He's not scheduled to be out here until later, but he is here! He is here!
This isn't part of the agenda, Bradshaw!
Leroy King
part of the
Cade!
agenda!
Leroy King Cade! Live in
Cut
the
my
NEC!
music. I've got a message for you, Mr. Alex Shane, and your two punks. Although Charles Samuels is not in the Birmingham NEC building, your boy Leroy Kincaid is in the Birmingham NEC building. And you know what that means? My fellow member of the Resistance is not going down on his own, as long as I'm here. So, ring the bell. You've just got yourself a new partner, Nick.
Leroy Kincaid has just evened the odds. He's going to be Nick Riley's tag team partner, and we are underway.
Through that disgusting baseball cap that he wears back to front upon my person. You got a smug grin off your face, Bradshaw, and you call this match. You call the fact that Reese and Redmond are going to destroy Riley and Kincaid.
Now we have a wrestling match rather than a mugging. No wonder you're a little bit upset about it. Here comes Riley with a missile dropkick. See, this kid's no slouch.
You know, although this may not have been part of our grand design, you notice the confidence of the Ascension and his apprentice, Her Majesty the Queen's Royal Footman, David DeVille, and the rest of the agenda entourage in leaving the ringside area here in the Birmingham NEC.
Well, that might knock a bit of confidence out of them. Riley, boosted by Kincaid, over the ropes, lands on Reese and Redmond. I wouldn't describe the look I saw on the Ascension's face when Leroy's music hit as confidence.
The Ascension
It's Riley again!
is always confident, he is always watching, he's always listening, he's always plotting, always planning. And he will have a plot, a plan for this eventuality. Don't you worry about that.
Well, Riley showing a good plan of his own there. That moonsault off the middle turnbuckle. You saw he landed on Reese's legs. A guy as big as athletic, I should say, as Yestin Reese. You really need to take away that vertical base. Riley with ring smarts beyond his experience. Avalanche in the middle.
You know, the Ascension was alluding to the fact that last time we were here in the NEC Birmingham for the European Uprising weekend, Nick Riley did indeed get in the face of the agenda, but that face is going to get smashed, it's going to get battered, it's going to get beaten beyond recognition, because he is in the ring with two machines right here, two men who look like professional wrestlers, act like professional wrestlers, wrestle like professional wrestlers, Yestin Reese and Joel Redmond.
You know what you're conveniently forgetting to mention about European Uprising weekend and Nick Riley, don't you? The day after that betrayal by the Ascension, Riley took on the Ascension Alex Shane for the XWA British Heavyweight Championship, and as much as you might like to erase it from the history books, the way I remember it, Nick Riley won that match.
You do realise it's slander to lie on television. You just did that right there.
There's video footage.
I don't know what you're talking about. You show the video footage. Where is the video? Where is that video footage? It's been 3 months.
You've seen it.
It's been 4 months, over 4 months since European Uprising. I've not seen this see the light of day. It's just a figment of your imagination. The Ascension is the XWA British Heavyweight Champion. You saw the belt out here earlier. The Agenda controls the FWA World Heavyweight title. Any one of the Agenda can defend that title. The Ascension has defended that title several times already. He is a double champion. We control British wrestling, no matter how much your little twisted version of a truth you like to spew. We control the media as well. That's why I'm here. That's why I've always been here. I am here to push the agenda.
Unbelievable. Redmond running in, but Riley caught him with a mule kick and a reverse Rana.
Kincaid.
Riley!
Oh,
High knee into the jaw of Redmond.
does Kincaid realise? Here comes sliced bread. No, it doesn't.
That's Riley's finishing move. Redmond using that power to counter. He's going for a
Indeed.
swinging DDT.
I was about to comment. Does Kincaid realise he's already scheduled for a match later this evening? He's got to take on the newest member of the agenda. And you don't know who that is. You
Come on,
don't know
seriously?
who that is.
Wrestling's worst kept secret. David
I know
DeVille.
who that is.
David DeVille, the Queen's footman, is of course scheduled to face Leroy Kincaid later on. I love the agenda's attempts to keep that aura of mystery around them by not revealing who the newest member of the agenda is.
And you think that David
Pathetic.
DeVille is sweating Leroy Kincaid for 1 minute when he has learned from one of the highest institutions in our country? That is the Ascension, obviously.
Ridiculous.
And the royal family
Oh,
too.
yeah, well,
You see what I did there?
yeah, very clever.
Did you see what I did there?
You're a real genius. Riley with that top rope move on Redmond. Here comes Kincaid, the leader of the resistance. Yes, and Reese is in. There's a clothesline by Kincaid on Reese. And well, Redmond tried to hit him with a crossbody. A fall-away slam on Joel Redmond. That is the power, the explosive power of Kincaid. Leroy Kincaid has nipped up, and your boys are in trouble, Greg.
Kincaid has beaten virtually every member of the agenda in the past, but he didn't get the job done when he had the World Heavyweight title shot last time we were here at European Uprising. He's 0 for 1 here at the NEC Birmingham.
He's setting up the
about
spear.
2. Oh, there you go.
Redmond coming in with that dropkick to the side of the head.
The wrestling cyborg that
Ladies and
is Joel
gentlemen,
Redmond.
the referee has given a yellow card to Joel Redmond, his first warning.
Yestin Reese is the only member of the agenda who's yet to be pinned by Leroy Kincaid's spear. That nearly changed. Oh, it changed now. Look at that. There's a spear by Kincaid.
He didn't get all of it though, Dave. It was just a glancing blow to the almost perfect six-pack of Mr. Suave, Mr. Smooth. That is Yestin Reese.
Well, Joel
Ladies and
also a red
gentlemen,
card
the
for Redmond.
referee has given a red card to Joel Redmond, his second and final warning.
In the FWA, you get 3 strikes and you're out. So Redmond has now had 2 of them.
That's 1, 2, 3 strikes, and you're out, Dave.
And clearly,
3 sides of the pyramid.
oh, the bell's being rung here. The bell has been rung. Chris Roberts seeing enough of this blatant rule breaking. Redmond obviously didn't share your enthusiasm that Reese was going to kick out. Here we go.
Oh, there you go.
Brutal.
Right on the back of Kincaid's neck. I can't believe he got up from that. Oh, there you go. Second one.
Match is over.
Perfectly executed. Now, Leroy Kincaid. Now, do you understand the agenda?
Kincaid has landed hard twice on the back of his neck.
Nick Riley's
Again.
taken punishment as well. He's lying at ringside. He can't save Kincaid. No one can save Kincaid.
Ladies and
The
gentlemen,
back of his neck
the
bounced off
winners of
canvas.
the match as a result of a disqualification, Nick Riley and Leroy Kincaid.
And count them, Bradshaw. 1, 2, 3 German suplexes to the back of the neck. Notice how all good things come in 3.
Leroy Kincaid is hurt. Kincaid has landed.
Well done, Redmond. Well done, Reese. Perfect agenda pushed to perfection.
I'd say Kincaid landed hard on the back of his head, back of his neck. And we had, just saw one of our officials call for medical help. I'm not sure Kincaid knows where he is right now. Greg Lambert has scuttled away before the resistance come anywhere near our announce table. I'm sure he's going to go and regroup, but I tell you, the agenda got done what they wanted to get done there. They have done some very serious damage to Leroy Kincaid, and the question is now...
This is the resistance. And we need your... This is the resistance. And we need your...
We are now ready, ladies and gentlemen, for a huge grudge match. This is a singles contest set for one fall and is a rematch. Introducing first. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring at this time with the Bangra Knights. He is weighing this afternoon at 12 stone from India. This is the Bollywood Dream, R.J. Singh.
It was over 18 months ago at New Frontiers 2009, the start of FWA Season 1, when R.J. Singh interrupted El Ligero and declared his intention to unmask, to unravel the mystery behind the Mexican sensation. Here we are, 2011, New Frontiers Season 2, and we are no closer to a resolution in British wrestling's biggest grudge.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent in this huge grudge match. From Los Angeles, Mexico, winning this afternoon at 10 stone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Mexican sensation, El Ligero!
El Ligero versus R.J. Singh. You're absolutely right, Bradshaw. This feud is one for the ages, and Ligero defeated R.J. Singh by count-out last time we were here at the Birmingham NEC. But in my mind, he proved nothing, and R.J. Singh is determined to set the record straight this afternoon, back here at the NEC, with a conclusive pinfall or possibly an ethnic submission victory, Dave.
He has tried many times, and he has failed many times, as R.J. Singh, to put to rest the legend of El Ligero here in the FWA. Singh claiming that without that trademark horned mask, El Ligero would have no originality. He would lose all his popularity, all his relationship that he's built up with fans around the country. And it is...
We see the members of the Singh Tourage there at ringside, the director and Adil Khan.
You know, this may be British wrestling's longest running grudge, but ultimately, it's not a complicated one. It is basic, petty jealousy between one flyweight to another.
I think it's more the battle between who is the greatest international star in British wrestling today, based in the UK. R.J. Singh with his Indian heritage, the UK luchador from Mexico.
I notice you say Indian heritage and stop short of actually claiming that R.J. Singh has actually been in any films. He'll tell you he's a big Bollywood superstar. I would say I've been in as many Bollywood films as he has.
Slam Dog Millionaire and Bend It Like John. Just hang on one second though, as before I reel off R.J. Singh's movie career for you.
What's this now?
Foolish.
Well, I recognise the music, but that's Nathan Cruz. Nathan Cruz holding the championship of New Generation Wrestling, a promotion based up in Hull. Cruz calls himself the show stealer. He's certainly one of the hottest prospects in British wrestling. But why is he here? Why is he interrupting this hotly anticipated grudge match. It has nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with him.
Let's find out.
Now, before you two even attempt to continue this match, let me address something to both of you two and to each and every single one of you stinking, pathetic nerds that have filled the Birmingham NEC this afternoon. See, the FWA has time and time again overlooked the fastest rising star in professional wrestling, the new frontier of professional wrestling, the new generation wrestling champion, the show stealer, Nathan Cruz.
Humble chap, isn't he?
So I've taken it upon myself to once again interject myself into the FWA and create my own opportunities. And that brings me right to you two stood in this ring. Starting with you, RJ Singh. You see, you call yourself a Bollywood star, but let's face it, you're nothing more than a loser. Because the last time you two was in the ring, I also was in that ring. And that was at Brit Rest Fest. Oh, and RJ, whose shoulders was pinned to the mat in that match? Eh? Oh, that would be you. That would be you, wouldn't it, RJ? Bollywood star? My ass. And then we come to you, El Ligero, the Mexican Shut up whilst I'm talking, okay? El Ligero, the Mexican sensation. These people love El Ligero, am I right? Every man, woman, child, they all love El Ligero. Even though you stood in the presence of the biggest star you mugs will ever see in your lives, you choose to cheer something like that and boo someone like me. You see, you choose to cheer El Ligero even though he's a blatant phony. Because for all I've heard, El Ligero, you're not even really Mexican. Oh. Am I right? Come on, just look at the state of it.
Me. Oh, El Ligero has heard enough, haven't we all? Let them sing! Ligero cut him off. There's proof if ever you needed it that Ligero and Singh know each other very well. Ligero is going up top, and Ligero, that seated senton splash on his arch nemesis RJ Singh. Singh to the ropes. Nathan Cruz is still scrambling around the ringside after that incoming Mexican missile. Singh and Ligero, regardless of that interruption from Nathan Cruz, appear to be getting on with this grudge match. Back elbow from Ligero. And just where he left off at European Uprising, Ligero getting the better of Singh. Goes for the cover. There's one and two. And only two as Singh kicks out.
Well, you heard what Nathan Cruz's accusation there. You know that, as you know, the agenda controls the media here in the FWA, but the flow of information, we tend to control that too. But Nathan Cruz come out here and made an exclusive of his own.
Oh, well, there he is again. What? Nat Cruz is getting in the ring now.
That's a disqualification, is it not?
Well, I mean, it should be. Cruz is in his ring gear. He seems to be competing as if he's in the match. Now what?
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has given Nathan Cruz a yellow card. His first public warning.
Are we now?
I guess we're having a three-way here, Dave.
We're accepting this is now a triple threat match, are we? We'll talk about audacious on the part of Cruz to inject himself into this match. As I said, a long-awaited grudge match.
Opportunities are there to be seized. The show stealer is a young man of great confidence. He called himself the new frontier of British wrestling. He holds that championship, as you say, new generation. Everything about this man is fresh and new, and the fact is, you know, he'd probably got fed up with El Ligero fighting RJ Singh. He wanted to interject himself as well to make this into a three-way match, something fresh and new, Dave.
It's certainly true that for the past 18 months or so, the flyweight division has been largely dominated by Ligero, Singh, Rockstar Spud and Johnny Storm, the four men involved in the FWA flyweight title round robin tournament.
This is season 2 after all, you know. We can reset we can start again. That's what New Frontiers is all about.
That tournament will be finishing tomorrow here as part of New Frontiers weekend when Rockstar Spud and Johnny Storm finally go one-on-one.
And who's your money on there, Bradshaw?
I think Johnny Storm looked like a very confident man when we saw him earlier today. Hard to see past him winning the match as you see that high knee from Nathan Cruz, but the larger point here is in regards to this match is Ligero and Singh's rivalry. And Ligero with that cross body, Ligero and Singh's rivalry has cost them, arguably, both their places in that tournament. If they hadn't been so obsessed with beating each other and getting a one-up on each other, they may have possibly, two-count by Ligero, they may have possibly still been in the running here.
And would you say that whoever wins this three-way match between three of the premier flyweights not competing in the flyweight championship final tomorrow, would you say they would be the likely #1 contender, Bradshaw?
Well, I mean, obviously this isn't an official #1 contender match. It wasn't even supposed to be a triple threat match, but yes, I mean, I would guess whoever wins out of these three, you'd have to say is right up there in contention for a shot, which again is why it's very clever, very bold of Nathan Cruz to have wangled his way into this match.
Well, Nathan Cruz did a very similar thing at European Uprising when the Storm Spud match was cancelled due to Spud's injury. He made it into a three-way there between Storm, Axel Rage and Nathan Cruz, but he didn't get the job done on that occasion in the ladder match. Can he do it tonight?
I'll tell you what, he's got his done his homework there. Oh, the left kick submission, the camel clutch, whatever you want to call it. RJ Singh has it locked in on young Nathan Cruz. Cruz had just broken up an attempt at the Bollywood Dreams. Ligero, Singh's other finishing move, but Ligero is making his way to his feet. He needs to get there quickly, or Cruz is going to have to give up, but Ligero with a kick to the temple of Singh. And we're back to square one.
Devastating kick from El Ligero. Desperation in a three-way match. It is every man for himself. All three men can be in the ring at the same time. And you can lose the match without getting pinned, without submitting. That's what why Ligero had to get involved there and break that up.
Singh and Ligero exchanging shots. Cruz on the outside. Now, I said on my blog on FWAUK.com earlier this week that Cruz is annoyingly able to back up a lot of his bravado with his talent in the ring.
A blog that the agenda allowed you to release, Bradshaw. We control the media. I am the voice of the agenda, the voice of the media here in the FWA. And I'll tell you something, El Ligero.
Hang on, that's the C4L. The
He
C4L.
revealed his own exclusive, a C4L right there.
Yeah, he got it. He got all of it as well. But there's Cruz with a kick to the side of the head. The C4L on RJ Singh.
Since becoming the show stealer, since taking on that moniker from my cohort, The Ascension, Nathan Cruz has adopted the boot, just as The Ascension has always done, but he has adapted it for his own use. And look at that!
It's a boot, another boot to the head, and this time, no way! Nathan Cruz has just beaten El Ligero and RJ Singh in a match he wasn't even supposed
Ladies
to be
and gentlemen, the winner of the match, the show stealer.
There's official.
Nathan Cruz.
There you have it, Bradshaw. Nathan Cruz has just beaten RJ Singh and El Ligero, and in doing so, this young man, this brash newcomer, has stolen the show and put himself right at the top of the pile of flyweight contenders.
He's stolen the microphone now.
Show stolen.
Well, he calls himself the show stealer. According to Nathan Cruz, he just stole the show, and stole being the operative word, not even scheduled to compete here at New Frontiers. Nathan Cruz has just beaten RJ Singh and El Ligero. Shocking news coming out of New Frontiers. The first day of New Frontiers here at the NEC. Nathan Cruz has just made a statement.
This and we need your sister, and we need your...
So, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, it is set for one fall. This is a singles bout. Introducing first. From Maidstone, Kent, weighing in this afternoon at 15 stone, this is Leroy Kincaid!
This is the second time today we've seen Leroy Kincaid out here. For the first time he was here for a tag team match. It was supposed to be Charles Samuels. Leroy Kincaid ending up getting his neck injured after an assault from Joel Redmond and Yestin Reese of the Agenda.
I'll be honest, right? A lot of people have been asking me all day, am I going to be ready for the next matchup, all right? And I'm going to be real, I'm not 100% right now. Like, the beating I just took, boy, my neck is killing. All right, but one thing that is 100%, and maybe you can hear me back there, David DeVille, is that I want to bring that FWA title back to where it belongs, around someone that truly deserves it because they don't have a hidden agenda. I want to bring it back to the people. So as I said, I'm not 100%, but I'm ready to face this newest member. And all because he's a footman for the Queen, that don't mean jack to me, because I will still slap you around the face right now. So bring him out.
Leroy, I want to stop you right there. Because you're digging your... Shut your mouths! You're digging yourself a hole which you are already too deep in. Because Leroy, you've been after this belt for 18 months. I've been here 5 minutes. I'm a born winner. That's why I'm champion. But you're very much mistaken if you think you're facing me tonight, because you've got to earn that right and you've got to be good enough, and right now you're not. But you are facing the newest member of the Agenda. May I introduce to you, Colossus.
Well, we fooled you all, didn't we, Bradshaw? We fooled you all.
What? Well, Leroy Kincaid, I assume quite rightly, was assuming that David DeVille would be the newest member of the Agenda.
We fooled them again. So easy to do. So easy to do.
DeVille comes out here wearing the world title belt, and who on earth is that?
That, Dave Bradshaw, is the massive demon of doom himself, Colossus. Colossus is the newest member of the Agenda. You all thought it was David DeVille, but we have told you time and time and time again, this Agenda runs so much deeper than you can possibly imagine. This is a war the Resistance cannot win, and we have gone up north to my end of the country to bring back one of the most menacing, the most devastating entities the FWA has ever seen and ever will see. Colossus!
The size of that man. I dread to think how much that man weighs. Colossus. A man who, now I come to think of it, I've heard of, but I don't think I've ever seen him in the ring. I certainly didn't realise he was quite this size. He makes Leroy Kincaid look small. How on earth is Kincaid going to take down this Colossus with an injured neck.
He's not.
Well, it's all right. He only got the clothes from about 7 different jumble sales. It's not exactly going to make the sartorial dent, is it?
Who does he think he is?
He's the Queen's footman.
He comes in here, as he said, he's been here 5 minutes, declares himself the world heavyweight champion.
That currency that you carry around that you pay for those ridiculous clothes with, his boss, her head is on that currency. You know those stamps where you send your little job interview letters to, Bradshaw, which always come back return to sender? Those stamps, his boss, the Queen, her head is on them. Do you realise where this agenda spreads? Do you understand? How dare you speak about him that way?
So Alex Shane's found some guys.
That is royal saliva. You should be honoured to have royal saliva upon your person.
I think it's audacious beyond belief, but the guy who's only just arrived, hasn't been paid his dues, hasn't done anything that most of the young guys fighting their way through the British Wrestling Coalition system have done.
He is as good as blue-blooded. He's the next best thing to having blue blood.
So he gets to be world champion based on what he does in his danger.
You know the stipulation. The stipulation was set at European Uprising. If Leroy Kincaid did not win the belt at European Uprising, then the world title will become the possession of the agenda, which means it can be defended, it can be worn, it can be held by any member of the agenda. David DeVille is a member of the agenda, therefore he can hold the world title. Are you not getting this?
It's a pathetic little rodent.
The Colossus, undefeated, and I know all about this man, he's undefeated in my promotion, the XWA. He has dominated there. He has dominated in New Generation Wrestling. We saw Nathan Cruz holding the New Generation Wrestling title, where Colossus is Nathan Cruz's right-hand man. We've seen this man, we've watched him, we've scouted him, and when it came to finding an opponent that could take Leroy Kincaid out, he was number 1 on the Ascension's list.
While we've been arguing, Colossus has been dominating this match against Kincaid. As I say, I've never seen Colossus wrestle before, but
Hey, I noticed by the way, Bradshaw, I noticed you're directing most of your agenda rancor tonight towards David DeVille, but not the Ascension. You've not said much about the Ascension, have you?
He hasn't
now,
been out.
Why might that be?
He's hardly been out here.
Why might that be? Come on, what you're implying?
Why don't you spit it out?
He
Go
was
on,
your
what
best
is it?
friend.
What
He
are
was
you
your best
implying?
friend. Your best friend. He stabbed you in the back, didn't he?
Yeah,
European Uprising. He spat at you. He made you look a fool in that Christmas Day interview. But yet, why aren't you saying anything about him, Dave? Could it be because he promised to reveal your secret to the world? A secret that, I mean, me and the Ascension, we're close to brothers. A secret he won't even tell me. The truth. He won't even tell the truth. Is that why you're not saying anything? You just can't stand the heat, Dave. You're here to can't stand the heat, Dave.
Look at the action in the ring. There is some significant action in the ring. Colossus slamming down Leroy Kincaid. He nearly got him.
I don't need to call the action in the ring, so I'm 1,000,000% confident that Colossus in there with an injured Leroy Kincaid, however brave, however much the Leroy Kincaid carries the hopes of the resistance upon his shoulders, that this man, he's not prepared for him, he's not 100%, this man is a killer.
Hang on, Colossus looks like he's going to the top rope. He's been dominating Leroy Kincaid since the opening bell, but this man looks like he's far too large to be going up there. Kincaid thinks so too. Kincaid catches him. Look at the strength of the leader of the resistance.
Come on, Colossus.
Colossus in the corner. It's a spear. Oh no! Spear by Kincaid. He's beaten almost every member of the agenda with that move. Oh, he's holding his neck. It's Leroy.
Come on, Colossus. You can make an impact here tonight in the NEC.
Leroy, you are just a foot away from beating this giant of a man on his debut. Kincaid can make it to the cover. This one's going to be over. We'll send Colossus back to wherever it is he came from. Hull or Walk, and there's 2 and there's... Grab the rope.
You can see that the man has brains, he has ring presence, as well as immeasurable size and strength.
He's going for another one. Another spear will surely end this match. Oh, Colossus! Oh no! Colossus moved and Kincaid went straight into the ring post. He may have jarred his neck again.
Absolutely. Now we'll see control. Now we'll see Colossus push the agenda.
Good God, look at that power. here. What if we thought the agenda were strong before?
Colossus has beaten so many individuals with that chokeslam that since he's become the newest member of the agenda, we've taught him everything we know, and we've taught him this particular hold. Look at this. Look at this neck vice.
A neck vice, yeah. He's got his head contorted to the left. Kincaid's neck has already taken more abuse than
he's going to snap
most
that head
necks
off.
could possibly take.
He's going to take it home with him as a souvenir to the agenda, a souvenir to show that we rule and we dominate the entire scene of British wrestling.
Kincaid is fading away. Imagine the scalp it would be for Colossus if he could beat Kincaid
Beat the leader.
on his debut.
This is what you do when you want to dominate. You take out the strongest link, and that's exactly what Colossus has done. Kincaid has passed out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match by knockout,
It's futile.
Colossus.
Leroy Kincaid has passed out through the pain of that neck vice, and I am in shock. Colossus on his debut, this new monster discovery
Yes!
by the agenda,
Yes!
has beaten the leader of the resistance. Look at DeVille.
Who's left, Bradshaw? Who's left? No Shah Samuels tonight. Nick Riley taken out. Leroy Kincaid flat on his back in the middle of the Birmingham NEC. Who is left from the resistance? Who is left? Nobody. Nobody.
DeVille putting his foot on the chest of Leroy Kincaid as if to say that it was him who did all the work. This guy's elite.
The four of us have an agenda.
By royal command, Colossus defeats Leroy Kincaid at New Frontiers. The agenda grows ever stronger.
A hush has fallen over this NEC crowd. The obnoxious David DeVille. That enormous Colossus stand over the fallen leader of the resistance. My broadcast partner rubbing his hands with glee. And he may be right. Who is left? We don't know where Shah Samuels is. Nick Riley has taken a beating, and Leroy Kincaid, after the assault he just suffered at the hands of Colossus, may never be the same again.
And we need your...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a singles bout set for one fall with a 10-minute time limit, part of the Adrenaline division. Introducing first,
Textbook, baby!
ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring at this time, hailing from Nottingham, weighing in this morning at 13.5 stone. This is Textbook Dave Briggs.
It has already been a volatile and shocking start to the FWA second season, but we are still just halfway through crossing new frontiers. Dave Bradshaw here at ringside, and today I am joined by TV and radio star Joel Ross.
Are you jealous, Bradshaw?
Please. I'm actually quite pleased to see you, just because you're not Greg Lambert.
Yeah, and you're not JK. But you can dream.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, originally from Newcastle, weighing at 13.5 stone also, he is a daredevil dragon, Shane Oldham.
Well, Shane Oldham, or Shane Spiral as he's been known to many FWA fans in the past year and a half, one of the highest flying young stars in British wrestling, going to face textbook Dave Breaks here. Both these young men from Nottingham, part of the Adrenaline division. Joel is the division for under 24s, 10-minute time limit, so offense really does pay in this environment.
Tenor says textbook, baby. This guy is textbook. I love his attitude. Bradshaw, you and him need a spray tan.
He is quite pale.
Look at that.
Well, he's an angry young man. Maybe he's not a morning person.
No, maybe not. Or maybe he's not been on the caffeine-free Red Bull.
Certainly a clash of styles here, as I said. Shane Spiral, Shane Oldham, a high flyer. Textbook Dave Breaks, very much, as his name suggests, a textbook technical style wrestler in the British tradition.
He's what British wrestling should be about. Look at him. He's got the attitude, he's got the look, he can speak, he can fly.
And don't be fooled, it's not just an attitude either with Dave Breaks. Very lethal and ruthless young competitor. That cross-face chicken wing that he uses as a finishing move is a very dangerous move.
Yeah, ask him. It's over.
Over, please. Front face lock. Breaks backed into the corner by Oldham.
So I couldn't join this division then, being 25 myself.
Yeah, and the rest.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Under 24s?
Joel, there are so many reasons you couldn't join this division, and the age limit is possibly the least of them. Here comes Breaks. Oldham gets that boot up. Leapfrog.
Oh.
That agility. This young man, one half of the Daredevil Dragons tag team last year. Now trying to break out on his own in singles action. Certainly this Adrenaline division a chance for these young trainees in the British Wrestling Coalition system to show what they could do and maybe get a permanent spot on the FWA roster. Again, great move by Shane Oldham. And Breaks is reeling here. Your tenor's maybe going down the drain, Joel.
I don't think so. How did you get your permanent spot here anyway, Bradshaw?
How did I get my permanent spot here?
Yeah.
I would hope it was on merit. Why?
I just wondered.
What are you trying to imply?
I'm not implying anything. I'm TV and radio sensation. You're the internet dream.
TV and radio sensation.
Shut up, Bradshaw. Watch the match. Look. Look at that textbook. Textbook, baby, you see?
Remember, the clock is ticking here. 10-minute time limit as we have this opening match on day 2 of New Frontiers. Big day ahead, including that long-awaited final match of the flyweight title round-robin tournament. Johnny Storm and the rockstar Spud.
Spud's back. I love Spud.
Spud, another guy who's been suffering injury at the hands of Johnny Storm. In fact, was dropped on his head back in November 2009 at Hot Wired.
That was an awful injury. Bradshaw, I've seen some awful injuries in my past. That was horrific. As was that chop.
Big hip toss from Breaks. Of course, if you're just joining us, if you didn't see any of the action from day 1, you'll have missed a truly awful conclusion.
Truly awful commentary.
Please.
No, you yesterday. You and Lambert yesterday. A pair of old married queens.
Look, you try and sit next to that man for however many hours it was and not lose your temper a little bit.
Love the gloves, though.
I think they're women's gloves.
Driving gloves. Oh!
Well, Breaks sent to the outside. They're right in front of us here. Here comes Spiral. Shane Spiral!
Oh!
Through that between that top and middle rope like a torpedo.
Is that Shane whinging about having no mats down here?
Yeah, as you can see, there's no padding at all on this arena floor here in the Birmingham NEC. Fans here at the Memorabilia Expo enjoying this FWA action. As I was saying, that shocking end to day one here at New Frontiers when Leroy Kincaid, an injured Leroy Kincaid, passed out in a neck vice to the newest member of the agenda, Colossus.
He's a big man.
Monster of a man. Here comes a moonsault from Spiral. Lands on his feet. Oh, Chicken Wing going for that crossface Chicken Wing.
If he gets this in, it's all over.
Lethal submission hold. You're seeing again those technical skills.
No!
Spiral, cover, and he gets him! He gets him!
There's two. That was two.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, the Daredevil Dragon, Shane Oldham.
That was two.
Shane Oldham, Shane Spiral, call him what you will. Yesterday unsuccessful in tag team action, but he's come back today and he really needed a win. He's got it. He's beating textbook Dave Briggs.
There was a fluke. The Chicken Wing should have been on there. Should have locked that in and it would have been all over.
This is the resistance, and we need your... This is the resistance, and we need your...
Right, now, like I said, you're all being taped, you're all going to be featured on the website. You can see the address on the turnbuckle pads there. It's found at www.fwauk.com. And you see what we're doing, we're making new fans of the FWA.
Well, Stevie Aaron just promoting the FWA website, and now there's like he's been interrupted. If I'm not mistaken, it's by a man who also interrupted proceedings yesterday. It is.
Oh, Holt's finest.
Well, apparently,
The show
coming to the ring
stealer,
at this
Nathan
time,
Cruz, yesterday here at New Frontiers.
the show stealer,
Interrupted
Nathan
a grudge
Cruz.
match between El Ligero and RJ Singh, turning it into an impromptu triple threat match, which he then went on to win. Cruz has been claiming to anyone who will listen for months that he is the nation's premier flyweight. And well, he seems to have added some credibility to that claim, Joel, with his actions yesterday.
Yeah, the new show stinker. This guy is unbelievably talented. I lived in Hull for 4 years. Hull has never seen anything like this guy before. If you knew what I mean. This will be a 5-star match if he's going to have one. What's he doing out here anyway, Bradshaw?
Well, he's not on my schedule. I have no idea what he's doing out here. He's wearing that championship belt from New Generation Wrestling, which is where he was trained, as you say, in Hull.
Now, for those of you who was here yesterday, when I stepped foot in this building, filled with each and every single one of you stinking, BO-emitting nerds who have come to the Birmingham NEC Expo,
I'll translate for you, Bradshaw.
I came out here and I stated that once again the FWA had not given me the opportunities that I deserved. And so I decided to create my own opportunities. And I stepped into this ring and proved why I'm the best flyweight in Britain today. Why I'm the future of professional wrestling when I beat El Ligero and Ross RJ Singh. Now, you see, I pinned RJ Singh's shoulders to the mat. 1, 2, 3.
In count.
However, El Ligero lost that match by default. Now, you see, as I am proclaiming that I am the future of this industry and that I am the best flyweight in Britain today, it seems only fair that as though I pinned RJ Singh's shoulders to the mat, I should pin El Ligeiro's shoulders to the mat. So right now, I'm issuing a challenge to El Ligero. You've got 10 seconds, pal, to get out here, step in this ring, be a man, and face the new generation's wrestling champion, so I can beat you in front of all these sad, pathetic nerds at the Birmingham NEC. You've got 10 seconds, El Ligero, to come out here, starting now.
What's a nerd?
It's a nerd. It's a nerd. Is he here?
9.
I haven't seen El Ligero backstage today.
8.
That's not.
That's not El Ligero shooting.
Bollywood 3.
It's the arch nemesis of El Ligero, the man who was supposed to have a one-on-one crunch match with him yesterday before Nathan Cruz interfered. Here he is, RJ Singh. What is Singh doing out here?
He doesn't look happy, Bradshaw.
Oh, no doubt he is, and he was pinned yesterday by Cruz.
Has he been working with you?
You know what, Nathan Cruz, El Ligero might not be here, but the Bollywood dream, RJ Singh, is here. And I don't know who the hell you think you are, but one cheap and quick victory over me does not make you king of the flyweights. You see, you stepped right into the middle of a war between me and El Ligero, something you have no business being in. And you may think that you are the show stealer of British wrestling, but Singh is king.
Not happy.
Singh is king? Listen here, pal. I know I'm the show stealer. And the show stealer pinned the king's shoulders to the mat yesterday. 1, 2, 3. Now you might want to step out here and think you can challenge me, but let's face it, look at you. You're not dressed to wrestle. I'm not even going to waste my time on you again. The only person I want to beat here today in front of these idiots is El Ligero. So if you won't mind stepping out of the ring and stepping out of my business. Now, where was I? 8, 7, 6.
You ready for 5?
5.
Well, 5.
4.
Well, Cruz continues to count
3.
down. Singh has retreated to
He's
ringside.
a clever lad.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
Well, our sound truck has started El Ligero's music.
hey, arriba!
Yes, he is! He is the Mexican sensation! And in my view, despite the result of the flyweight title round robin tournament, the best flyweight in the UK today, the luchador himself, El Ligero.
We'll agree to differ on that, Bradshaw. Esto y hoy como hablo, hable contigo, FWA!
Do you make that up or do you speak Spanish?
No, I'm Hugo Ross today.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Los Angeles, Mexico. Weighing in at 10 stone, this is the Mexican sensation, El Ligero.
9-6 now.
Joel, one thing you'll learn as soon as you get initiated into this feud between Ligero and Singh is that wherever El Ligero is, RJ Singh is. Singh is completely obsessed.
Season 1, he's practically spent most of the show sat here with you. I just think he's too cheap to buy a ticket. He just wants a ringside seat. In fact, he could replace you.
Just thinking, given how good you were at Spanish, maybe you could go and work for a Spanish radio station because, you know, most of the British ones are fired, you know.
When was the last time you were on Radio 1, Bradshaw?
I phoned in once. Anyway, it looks like we're going to have this match between Ligero and Cruz. As Cruz was very keen to point out, he did indeed pin RJ Singh's shoulders to the mat yesterday. If he could do the same against El Ligero today, it would further cement his claim to be in line for a title shot against whoever wins that flyweight title round robin decider later today. Rockstar Spud and the Wonder Kid Johnny Storm still coming up before we are done here in the NEC.
And the much anticipated debut of David DeVille, Bradshaw the Queen's footman.
Well, remains to be seen. David DeVille was supposed to make his debut yesterday against Leroy Kincaid. Instead, he sprung a surprise on the leader of the Resistance, putting him in against the monster Colossus.
Making you wait. You always want it too soon.
I can't begin to tell you how much it rankles to see that man hold the World Heavyweight Championship belt when he hasn't even wrestled a single match.
He hasn't even debuted yet.
Ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. A collar and elbow tie-up by Ligero and Cruz. We've already seen a couple of other young up-and-comers today in the adrenaline division. I'm sure Cruz would tell you he's at the very front of the line in terms of new blood here.
That is fashion in Hull, by the way, that Nathan's wearing.
But one trouser leg and one short leg.
Yeah, that is right. That is that. You know, you go out in Hull on Ferrens Way on a Friday night. That is what people are wearing.
I've never been to Hull, and I can't say meeting someone like Nathan Cruz fills me with any particular need to do so.
Beautiful head scissors.
So I might go to Mexico though, because El Ligero showing just how great that lucha style can be. He's got a cover. Only two. Cruz out, and Cruz has retreated to ringside to regroup.
Now he's got to go and sign on. That's what they do in Hull as well.
Behave yourself.
Well,
Ligero trying to...
See, that's a cocky attitude. He thinks he's so much better than everybody else.
I thought it was pretty good tactics to change plans in mid-air when he saw that Cruz knew he was coming. He held onto the ropes.
That's a bit like darts. You're going for the treble 20, and at the last minute you decide to go for treble 1. Shut up, Bradshaw.
I suppose darts is big up north as well, is it?
Oh, darts is big up north. Unbelievable.
Tough little match for Ligero this, because of course he's got to have eyes in the back of his head with RJ Singh at ringside. And for a while at the end of last year, it looked like he only had one eye at the front of his head after that incident where Singh stabbed him in one of the eyes with a pair of scissors. Look at Singh completely expressionless on the outside. As Cruz goes for that vertical suplex, gets countered into the ropes, rolls back. Ligero was going for a pin attempt. Well, Cruz, I think, is counting his chickens a little here. Ligero waiting for him. That's the clothesline and a crossbody. Cover again. Leg is hooked. And Cruz out. Two and a half.
You're not going to get him with a high cross body block.
Ligero standing moonsault. Cover again. Yeah, Cruz is in trouble here. He's just about clinging on by his fingernails in this match.
Can you go out and get us a couple of Coronas? Make yourself useful.
I'm not your waiter.
Where's the butler? Simmons. Does he still work here?
No.
You're
about 5 years late.
I was watching the YouTube channel from FWA. Where's Francesca?
Francesca Wood is here today.
Oh, absolutely Wood.
I think she's a little bit out of your league. Just saying.
Yeah.
Nathan Cruz, meanwhile, trying to prove he is very much in the league of El Ligero, and maybe he is. He's turned this one around in the past 30 seconds or so. Saw him ramming Ligero's face. That's the second time now into the turnbuckle. Now he's choking him. Well, that's illegal. Referee Chris Roberts trying to break that hold. He has a count of 5 to do so, and in typical Nathan Cruz style, only does it at 4.
I'd love to be in that ring. You've got Wales versus Hull versus Mexico.
I'd love to see you get in that ring.
Carry on like you are in, Bradshaw.
Be highly entertaining. Covered by Cruz this time. Bit of inexperience showing there. Didn't hook the leg. Didn't get enough body-on-body contact. Ligero able to kick out, but it exerted quite a bit of energy there. He's wearing him down, is Cruz. Off that top rope. Some innovative offense. A rope-assisted side suplex. Ligero is hurting here as Cruz again goes for the cover. This time he does hook the leg, but Ligero is not finished yet.
The little Mexican's fading here. He's done. Trying to get crowd behind him here.
RJ Singh continues to watch in the corner, arms folded with a look of utter disdain towards his arch nemesis El Ligero.
Look at that face, like a beekeeper's glove.
Irish whip attempt reversed by Cruz. Ligero ducks a close one again. There's a brutal knee from the young man from Hull. Cruz, of course, getting that show stealer name after winning it in a match against Alex Shane up in Hull last June. Shane since adopting a much darker character. Less said about that, the better.
There's no point speaking to him, he can't understand a word you're saying.
I don't know who I understand more of, Ligero or Cruz.
Yeah.
Boot to the chest from Ligero, he's trying to charge into the corner. Cruz has got him on his shoulders. Ligero, super kick to the jaw, knocks the gum out of Nathan Cruz's mouth and maybe a couple of teeth as well. Leg is hooked, cover, he's got him, no he hasn't.
How do you fool there, Bradshaw? He was waiting to that very last second. That's how they do it in Hull, you know. You don't want to come too soon. He's cheesing El Ligero. He's got him anytime he wants him.
Well, I thought Cruz was taking a gamble challenging El Ligero today. He could have instantly cut off the momentum he gained from pinning Singh yesterday, but he's held his own here up to now. Oh, then what's Singh doing? Singh's on the ring apron. Look at him distracting El Ligero. Well, no wonder Cruz was able to grab him. Cruz able to counter, dropped him, but now he's picked up Ligero. He's got him powered onto his shoulder. Great straight from Cruz. Takes him down with a one-night stand. That's an old Alex Shane move. There's the cover. Well, Ligero kicked out. I tell you, Nathan Cruz isn't used to people kicking out of that.
I was just about to say, stick a line in him. He's done. But I'll save that one for you, Bradshaw. You can have that one.
This is where I wonder if Cruz inside is regretting the unpleasant words he had for this crowd, because they're starting to get behind El Ligero and be like a second man in the corner. Ligero needs one with Singh at ringside.
They don't like him.
Well, nor do I, frankly.
He's a good man. He's a fashion icon in East Yorkshire.
I'm sure he is.
The longer this match goes, the more it will favour El... Oh, hello.
I was going to say, I thought he was maybe going for a top rope DDT. Either way, he dropped Nathan Cruz on his front. Ligero was precariously poised. He knew he had to fight his way out of that situation, and maybe he has. Ligero, the double-footed stomp right between the shoulder blades of Nathan Cruz. Ligero is smelling blood now. Lining up for the C4L, perhaps. And he gets it! Cruz is out cold.
In the middle of the ring.
Ligero must have this.
He's got it.
One,
two. Well,
let's Singh. RJ Singh right in front of us, pulling the referee out. What are you doing? Well, Chris Roberts throwing him out. RJ Singh has no reason to be here.
He's watching the match from ringside.
Ludicrous. Oh, Ligero! Goodness me, El Ligero over the top rope, just wiped out the Bollywood dream.
He hit his head badly there, Bradshaw.
We said earlier, no padding at ringside.
Yeah, he is clutching that head. Should have seen the impact from right where I'm sitting now.
Just a couple of yards in front of us, where RJ Singh hit the ground. And Cruz with a boot to the head of Ligero. That's another head injury.
Go up, Singh. He doesn't look well.
Well, I'm sure he has a whole posse of manservants waiting outside. Yeah, neither of these men are moving now. That was a brutal kick from Cruz on Ligero as well. Referee's up to 8. Ligero needs to get back in the ring, and he hasn't. He hasn't done so.
Nathan proves he's the best again. Hull's finest.
I don't believe it.
Oh, here we
Ladies
go.
and gentlemen, here is your winner as a result of a count-out. The show stealer, Nathan Cruz.
This is your cue, Bradshaw. Your cue, cheap win.
Hang on, Cruz, that's the mic. I'll tell you exactly what I think in a second.
Show
stolen.
Nathan Cruz has indeed stolen the show, and I do mean stolen, for a second consecutive day. First, pinning RJ Singh, and then via countout on day 2 of New Frontiers, beating El Ligero and making a statement that Nathan Cruz intends to make FWA the season 2, the season of the show stealer.
Sister, I need you. Sister, I need you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, it is set for one fall. This is a huge grudge match and is the final matchup in the FWA Flyweight Round Robin Tournament. Introducing first.
1926.
Certainly has been a long-running tournament. Whoever does become the flyweight champion will have earned it.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent.
Well, we saw Johnny Storm out here yesterday, called out Rockstar Spud, then challenged him not to a wrestling match but to a fight. There was no sign of Spud yesterday, but it looks like we're going to see him now. The music is playing, the security guard is here.
The woman with no name, that is a proper woman, Bradshaw. Is that your league?
From Birmingham Rock City, winning this afternoon at 8 stone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rockstar Sports.
Come on, sing along. You know you want to.
It's the kind of music you play, isn't it? Stuff from the 80s.
I'm not Virgin Radio anymore. Get with it.
Where are you now?
It's the FWA.
And what, are you on a radio station? Do you even have another job? I don't know what you're doing anymore.
I've got issues with my headset. I can't hear you.
I think I saw you on CBBC the other day.
I think you'll find CBBC.
Sorry. Anyway, Rockstar Spud is back in the FWA. You may remember these two long-standing enemies. They were going to face off with the Wonder Kids moniker up for grabs in a ladder match last time we were here at the NEC in November at European Uprising. Spud's neck injury, which he suffered at the hands of Storm, prevented him from taking part in that match, although Storm says that Spud was simply bottling it. It looks like...
He wasn't bottling it. He's fine. He's fine. He's tough. He's from Birmingham.
Local boy, Rockstar Spud. It looks like he is going to be able to compete today. I don't know what he's doing to that.
Lovely. She is lovely.
Not sure what Spud was doing to that middle rope. I guess when you've got an itch,
you're just going to scratch. Does the security guard have a name?
While you're up there doing your thing, boring everyone or whatever the hell it is you do, I've got news for you, mate. This is no longer going to be about the FWA Flyweight Championship. As I said yesterday when you chickened out, this is a fight here tonight. So you and me, we're going to have ourselves a good old-fashioned fisticuffs, kicks to the face, whatever it takes, and you are going to get your butt kicked all over the NEC.
Hang on, what's Storm saying?
I'm confused, Bradshaw.
Is Storm saying we're not going to... We're not going to have the tournament final. He wants a fight. I mean, this isn't going to be a wrestling match, maybe. So, referee Chris Roberts is ringing the bell. I'm not.
This is a fight. This is not a match.
Hang on, I'm getting word in my headset from our producers that Johnny Storm had a word with FWA management before the match, asked if this could be a fight. I gather
Why wasn't I told about that? I'm
think,
practically FWA management.
I think this happened. Yeah, of course you are. This happened just moments ago, I'm being told, and it sounds as though we are just going to have a fight here. The referee's going to relax the rules. Storm has checked this out with management. He's just got the implied consent of Rockstar Spud, who leapt on him at the bell.
Why am I not told about this sort of stuff?
I mean, this has become a hugely personal feud as Storm leaps over the top rope, lands on Spud outside the ring. Spud been claiming for months now that Storm is a has-been. That
Spud is the wonder kid. Spud is a wonder kid.
Storm been in the industry for about a decade and a half now. Spud claiming that he's a has-been, and that, as you say, he is the new wonder kid of the FWA. Whether that's true or not is highly contestable.
Johnny Storm, in his day was brilliant.
Goodness me.
Just like Didier Drogba, striker of the football team Chelsea supports. He's past his best. So you've got to get some new talent in there, like Fernando Torres, for example. Worth every penny of that 50 million.
What are you talking about? This is a wrestling match.
Is it a wrestling match? Is it a fight? Nobody tells me anything. And I'm not going to listen to you. If you told me it was dark outside, I'd go outside and double check. Hello, my darling.
Well, that was a nice look.
I don't know her name. She's got a name.
The words "no hope in hell" spring to mind.
I'm losing you again.
Spud is choking Storm. Just moments ago, just dropped across that steel crowd barrier.
If you are talking about top television programmes that I've been on, right, Spud, Snog Barrier Void, that is the quality. He's world class. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has given a yellow card of first warning to both men.
Apparently, the referee giving yellow cards to Storm and Spud. I thought the rules were...
Yeah, hang on, I thought this was a wrestling match. That was a wrestling match, not a football match, you see? They listen to me here.
Football isn't the only thing that has a card system.
Shut up. Oh!
I'm guessing you've never been on 5 Live.
I have once.
Or Talk Sport.
I have once. Talking about farming in the Midlands. Oh!
Storm up with the integrity. Farming in the Midlands.
Just don't go there. It was bad days. Come on, Spud.
Times were hard for JK and Joel, eh?
Times are always hard. Still
Spud on the outside. This really has broken down. We've got cards for both Spud and Storm, but they don't seem to be paying any attention to the referee whatsoever. I'm trying to find out what's going on. They seem to
get me a monitor here, Bradshaw. I can't see a thing.
Crowd. See if I can get around here and follow this action for you. Storm and Spud continuing to brawl over that crowd barrier. It's getting to be a little dangerous as members of the public potentially in harm's way. They're coming back into that.
Well, the referee's doing a great job here, isn't it?
What do you do if you're...
Oh, you're pulling another card out. There's a red card each. This is a fight. This is not a match.
Oh, Spud goes flying into that timekeeper's table.
Oh, is that what he does? Sits there with his little red bell.
Storm was choking Spud, and referee asked for a 5 count for him to release it. Storm did so. It's as though they're vaguely paying attention. Well, they're coming this way now.
Are you coming near me?
Oh, hang on a minute.
I would have had him.
Well, Spud has just gone face first into that loudspeaker, that amp. Oh, hang on, there's a ladder over there. Johnny Storm was thinking about grabbing a ladder.
Hey, Spud doesn't like ladder matches.
Well, as we found out in November.
Oh!
Johnny Storm telling me in the build-up to New Frontiers here at the NEC that... Oh, hang on, Spud's hanging on to our table now. He was saying that he did Spud a favour dropping him on his neck so he didn't have to wrestle him in that ladder match.
That was a serious injury. You saw that in slow motion a million times. A serious injury.
Yeah,
career-ending injury, Bradshaw. What would you know anyway?
I'm not questioning the legitimacy of the injury. My point is it gave Spud an out to not have to wrestle Storm. Maybe Spud doesn't believe he can beat Storm and become that new wonder kid of the FWA.
He's the wonder kid by everything apart from name. Look who's stood in front of me.
Can you stop staring at her?
No, I'm just reading what it says in the back.
Okay. Spud now allowing the crowd to get to him a little bit as Storm tries to recover. This has been a grueling, I don't know if you would call it a match or a fight, whatever you want to call it, between these two.
You haven't referred to Spud's new gear as well. He consulted me about those pants.
I'm not sure how new those jeans are. Are they pants, jeans?
They're retro, they're vintage. Like you know. I'm going to give you a £5 so you can buy yourself some new clothes. You look like you've raided a charity shop.
I don't want to take away...
I'm going to get you a little badge as well.
I don't want to take away too many of your unemployment benefits.
Oh, here to help, Dave Bradshaw. That's you. 3 stars, McDonald's. Call the match.
Goodness me.
Can I sit down there?
I like McDonald's.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has given Rockstar Spud a red card, a second and final warning.
Oh, you get bent referees in football. Look at him go. What? Unbelievable.
Well, Joel, you may not know, we have a free card system. Well, red card is the second warning and 3 strikes, then you're out. So no more warnings for Spud before this one would get thrown out. So the cards haven't been dropped, but there's been a notable slackening of the application of those rules.
Oh!
God.
That can't be good for your neck.
Yeah, Storm with that rewind run. I thought he was going to go for maybe a driver. Instead he went for a body slam, and Storm up, middle rope. Moonsault, picture perfect, hooks the leg.
Kick out, Spud.
Storm got 2 and only 2 as Spud is now trying to escape the Wonder Kid, just as Storm says he's been trying to escape him for months now. Is Rockstar Spud all bark, or does he have a bite as well? That's what we're aiming to find out here at New Frontiers, as the two of them collide in a absolute brawl, and the crowd barrier almost falling into some people in the front row.
I think you probably want to move there, love. I wouldn't just sit there and watch, I'd probably move.
Again, this one struggling to stay inside the confines of the ring area here, our FWA area at the Memorabilia Expo, Birmingham NEC. Over 40,000 people here this weekend, and Storm's gone into the ref. It's hard for us to see what's going on, but Storm has collided with referee Chris Robertson. Oh, and Spud now back over the crowd barrier for the second time in the match. He's out there with the public. His adoring public, I'm sure he would say. They're brewing over the... Where are they now? They're over in the corner of the building. Our camera crew struggling to keep up with what's going on. Storm just went colliding into some stacked barriers, and again, and this time, spine first. Good God. They're still fighting, and we have to stand on our chairs to see what's going on. Spud has got Storm. It looks like he's setting him up for maybe a... Oh, referee's called for the bell. Spud picked up a bin. The bell is ringing here. I mean, people are booing, but... Oh, Spud just got hit in the head with a bin.
Ladies and gentlemen, both men have been disqualified. The result of this contest, a double disqualification.
They're still fighting. It looks like Spud's gone out the door. Johnny Storm is trying to talk to the referee. Well, Storm is furious. Storm wanted this one to continue. Security guard has helped her man, Rockstar Spud, get back in, at least inside the building. And Storm now is demanding that Rockstar Spud come back to the ring. The referee throwing this one out, as I say, but Johnny Storm, the Wonder Kid, claiming a moral victory. Oh, Spud still not done. Look at this, Spud is coming back. Spud is climbing over the sealed crowd barrier. And back into the ring, they're still going. Spud and Storm again. Still fighting, just brawling continuously. Spud just unloading on Storm and Storm countering.
Oh, like he's going to break it up, Bradshaw, come on.
We got officials in there and... My God, Spud and Storm.
I've never seen either of them snap like this before. I know they've got tempers, but...
We've seen some harsh words between these two over the past year or so, but this has gone to a new level. That security guard's job supposedly to protect her man. She's having to hold him back from Storm here.
Things have gotten a little out of control here.
This is the resistance, and we need your... Resistance, and we need your...
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest set for one fall. It is a singles bout, the final match of New Frontiers. Introducing first. Ladies and gentlemen, he hails from Devon, weighs in at 13.5 stone. This is Nick Riley.
You know, it's been a feature of the agenda ever since they revealed their plan for British wrestling to try and take out anyone who dares to resist them. They tried to take out Nick Riley yesterday by making him go 2-on-1 against Joel Redman and Yestin Reese. It didn't work because Leroy Kincaid was there. Leroy is not here today.
And his opponent.
Oh, you ready for this? I'm really excited. The debut of the Queen's Footman, David DeVille. Oh.
Leroy Kincaid, not here, injured yesterday at the hands of Colossus, the newest member of the agenda. Shah Samuels hasn't been here all weekend. We still don't know where he is. Nick Riley is the last remaining member of the Resistance. There is no one to help him against this malignant force.
You feel the presence of this big boy, don't you? I wouldn't say no to him. I mean that in the nicest possible way. I wouldn't say no to him, saying, Dave, I'm losing you.
It's been a long day for you, hasn't it?
I wouldn't say no to him. No!
At this time,
stop digging.
The agenda.
You're looking worried now, Bradshaw.
I think you're mistaking a look of worry for a look of disgust.
Every time Alex Shane is in your presence, you've got that weird look on you.
David DeVille wearing yellow and purple. What a ridiculous singlet for starters.
Yellow and purple. It's 2011.
Comes out here wearing the...
That's what you get, Bradshaw. Yellow and purple, 2011.
He comes out here, he's wearing the world title belt, he hasn't even wrestled, he hasn't done one arm bar, one arm lock, he hasn't done a headlock against anyone in the FWA, and he declares himself the world heavyweight champion because he's buddies with Alex Shane and he happens to work for Her Majesty the Queen.
And you're scared of Alex Shane. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Your issues with Alex
What's going
Shane
on
here?
with anything between me and Alex Shane, the Ascension, has nothing to do with my feelings for David DeVille.
But what's your issue with him, Bradshaw? Look at him. He's primed and ready to go. He's the Queen's footman. He's taking me around the palace.
You're a wrestling fan. You're a lifelong wrestling fan,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah. How many times have you seen David DeVille wrestle in your life?
How can I have seen him wrestle? It's his debut match.
Exactly.
You moron.
There's my point.
What's your point?
My point is, how is he the world champion? He's never wrestled.
Do yourselves a favour. Button your lips, open your eyes, and learn a lesson. The first lesson you sad, moronic, imbecilic buffoons will learn in your entire lives. You see, the people that make the decisions in this world do so in periods like this, when most of you are tired, most of you are asleep, and most of you are unaware of our agenda. Well, you see, when the FWA started its season 2, it was down to us and the people that we are in union with to take out our adversaries, to take out our foes, and to take out people like you. Because people like you remind us of people like you. And people like you make us sick. Sick! Deep as your mum. Ask her. Now, the fact is, yesterday we took out Leroy Kincaid, and today we take out you, Nick Riley, you, Nick Riley, you. And the person who will do it is the royal footman of Her Majesty the Queen, David DeVille. Because right here, you will witness history being made when David DeVille defends the FWA title against you, Nick Riley, and you, whether you are aware of it or not, are part of the agenda. The Ascension has spoken. 13.
You got cold sweats there.
Well, in amongst that diatribe, I think I heard the Ascension say that this is going to be a championship match.
Yes, he did. The title is on the the title's on the line. So you're complaining now? David DeVille in his debut match is defending the title.
There'd be a certain irony if he lost the title in his first match, wouldn't there?
Just think Vince.
Come on, hang on. I could say work with me here. Nick Riley's got a lot of people to work with here. He's being surrounded by all 4 of these agenda members who are here. Oh, hang on, that's Colossus. Colossus, who made his debut yesterday. The newest member of the agenda with a devastating chokeslam. I thought this was a one-on-one match with David DeVille.
It is a one-on-one match that the bell hasn't rung.
It's a 4-on-1 assault. It's a big boot to the face from the Ascension. Oh,
See,
now
exactly.
they ring the bell.
This is why I'm here to explain these things to you, because you're so thick you don't understand. The bell is now started, which means you're a lifelong wrestling fan. When the bell sounds, the match starts. Simple.
Call me a purist. I thought it might start when both men were on their feet at 100%, not after one man's had 2 of his buddies do a number on his opponent. There's a knee to the side of the head as the Ascension applauds his apprentice, Her Majesty's royal footman, David DeVille. To DeVille.
Oh!
Check up from the neck up.
Beautiful.
Well, that's a classic Alex Shane move.
This guy is the new Alex Shane. He's the future of British wrestling.
The Ascension is telling DeVille to teach Riley a lesson, and DeVille is choking out Riley. That's illegal for starters.
You are genuinely scared, aren't you? I can tell by your voice. Your voice is cracking. Every time Alex Shane says something. What's he got on you, Bradshaw? You got a dirty little secret on you?
All I'm saying is this is a very sinister man and a very sinister organisation, the agenda. I don't know who this new woman is holding the championship belts.
That's Scarlet Black.
Big overhead belly to belly from DeVille.
Alex Shane shouts, finish it, finish him.
DeVille with a little look in this direction.
At you.
He's just absolute pure venom. The Ascensions, he calls him an apprentice, I call him a henchman, up on the top of a frog splash! Nobody home, Riley moved. And now the Agenda looking a little bit worried. But they thought they'd stack the odds so highly against Nick Riley that there would be no chance of him winning this. The Ascension said the title's on the line, and now Riley with a boot to the face. It could all be unravelling here for the Agenda at the NEC.
We could see new champion here tonight, Bradshaw.
Enziguri by Nick Riley. Went for a clothesline, no one home. Riley with a rolling thunder. And a spinning corkscrew moonsault. Riley, we can have a new champion. We didn't, only two. The plan is going awry for the Agenda.
Alex Shane there just giving DeVille a wake-up call. He's the chosen one. He's Alex Shane's apprentice. He's the world champion.
May only be the world champion for a
Just
couple of
to
moments
clarify,
more.
this is a title match, yeah? The title is on the line.
As far as I understand. Oh, no! Ascension hooks the leg of Riley.
Bless
Ridiculous.
Him. He slipped.
How many times are these members of the Agenda going to get involved in this championship match?
It was all that grease from Johnny Storm earlier.
God, big spine buster by DeVille. The Ascension is directing traffic. DeVille climbing to the top. This crowd hushed as they show their concern at this beating that Riley's just suffered from David DeVille. A frog splash is all, and DeVille retains the championship for the Agenda.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and retaining the FWA World Heavyweight Championship for the Agenda, David DeVille.
What did he say to you? What did Shane come over and say to you? Bradshaw? Hello, Joel to Bradshaw.
David DeVille has beaten Nick Riley and retained the championship he never even won.
What did he say to you?
Oh, and of course, doesn't matter. Of course, we are not done. You can't just take a victory and leave, can you? DeVille is choking out Riley after that joke of a match. Riley still nearly beat him, by the way.
Was an example of what happens to people like you. You see, the Agenda is here, and phase one was to take out the heroes of the FWA, and that is what we have done. Phase two begins now, and that is the complete and total takeover of British professional wrestling. And there's not a thing that you, they, or anyone can do about it.
Nice of the Resistance to come out, wasn't it?
The Resistance aren't here. Leroy Kincaid has been injured by Colossus. Yeah, what's that? The Ascension and DeVille have seen something going. Hang on, that's Johnny Fear! Johnny Fear is here!
What's he doing here?
Johnny Fear of the XWA! Well, we saw him on YouTube this week promising he was going to come to the NEC. He's got a long-running feud with the Ascension in XWA up in Morecambe. Spear! My God, that's one of our stewards!
What's he doing here?
Alex! Get out here now! How many innocent people have to suffer, Alex? How many innocent people have to suffer for your mistakes? Get out here now! You're back there! It's time to stop running, Alex! Get out here right now! Now!
Fear is calling for Alex Shane, the Ascension, to come back and face him.
I've not come all the way to the Birmingham NEC for nothing!
It's another one of our officials saying, I think he's saying that they've gone. The Agenda have gone straight out of the arena. My God, Fear's another official! A spinning spinebuster by Johnny Fear!
Alex Shane, listen carefully! I know you will be at Fort Park. I don't care where you are in this country, Alex. I will find you, and I'm going to make you pay for everything that you've done to me. Because you see, Johnny Fear does not have anything to do with the resistance. I have nothing to do with the agenda, because I have my own agenda. And Alex Shane, I see your agenda as a serpent, and the best way to kill a serpent is to chop its head off. And Alex Shane, the head is you. So I'm coming for you, Alex. I don't care where you are, what you're doing, what I have to do. I'm gonna find you, and the entire FWA will face your fear.
Well, after Nick Riley was taken out, we thought there was no one left to represent the resistance. Johnny Fear says he doesn't represent them.
He doesn't represent you listening? He doesn't represent the resistance.
Yeah, but nor does he represent the agenda. He may not be a member of the resistance, but he could certainly be the resistance's friend, because Johnny Fear is coming after the Ascension. He will be at Fort Park, he says, on Easter weekend. And Johnny Fear, just as quickly as he entered, has left the NEC with a chilling message to the agenda. Sooner or later, you will face your fear.